guess here. The Cardinals have lost 3 games by way of walk-off field goals, and the Wildcats have now lost a game via a walk-off field goal. 31-28, the final down in Houston. This is Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Gameday. 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. You can call us. You can text us. Okay, so we'll be with you for about 39 minutes or so, leading you up to Arizona basketball coverage from McHale Center. The Wildcats and the St. Mary's Gales will be playing a Division I exhibition today. Hopefully that goes better than what we saw down on the football field in Houston. Brody Dryden, Ryan Hansen will have the call. Again, coverage at 1:30 and then tip-off at 2 o'clock. So that's what we'll do with you here. And then we're going to come back after the basketball game and talk some more football, and as well as we'll recap what's happened in the basketball game as well. So we've got you here pretty much for about another, 6 hours or so, 5 or 6 hours. So stay with us. 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. My top takeaways, we'll start with that. The Wildcats cannot stop the run. It's pretty simple takeaway, folks. Pretty simple takeaway. Arizona, what did Brian say now? 490-something yards rushing allowed in the last 2 games. We talked about it on the pregame show that was going. I think the recipe had been laid by and I'll go back to fall camp, and it was the clear weakness to me of this defense. And but again, we're in an age of college football now where a lot of teams like to throw the ball. So I thought, well, maybe if teams come out and think they want to throw the ball, that might actually be beneficial to the University of Arizona. But if you get teams that want to run the ball, know how to run the football, that was going to be very problematic for this defense. And we have seen it now pretty much. I mean, yeah, Iowa State beat them passing the ball more so. I mean, they did run it, but they threw it a lot better than they did run it that Saturday in Ames, Iowa. The last 2 Saturdays, though, it has been 2 teams in BYU and Houston who were dedicated to running the football and did so very well. 45 rushing attempts for the Houston Cougars in this ball game. 45. So they ran it 45 times. They threw it 23 times. We've been talking about Arizona as it relates to the Arizona offense and how that number has been flipped in so many of these games. Arizona passing on the 45, running on the 23 in terms of numbers. But today you saw a team that was dedicating to putting it on the ground, knew they could do so early, and did just that. The quarterback came in averaging 24 yards rushing, ran for 98. Connor Wegman ran for 98 yards. Houston just missed having 2 guys run for over 100 yards in this game. Dean Connors, their main back, 20 carries, 100 yards. Connor Wegman, their quarterback, 14 carries, 98 yards. He scored a rushing touchdown, as we said he would. He had 5 coming into the game, and now he's got 6. And Houston survives and wins 31-28 today. You've got to be able to stop the run. I think that's what you're going to be working on for the next 2 weeks, because let me tell you, with a inexperienced quarterback in Colorado, you can best believe that they're going to come out and try to run the football in 2 weeks. Not how you wanted to go into your bye week with 2 straight losses, and it's just going to be a bad feeling. It's going to be a bad feeling around here for 2 weeks. Even though 4-3 is where I had them after 7 games, I had them at 4-3 after 7 games. But again, after a 4-1 start to the season, 4-3 is not a fun place to be right now if you're the Arizona Wildcats. All right, we're going to get to some of your calls, but let's get top takeaways from Glenn Howe. Before we do that, Glenn, your thoughts on a 31-28 loss to the Houston Cougars?
Man. Oh, man. Got to stop. Just like you said, we got to stop the doggone run. If we stop, we couldn't stop the run for nothing today. It's just we got to work on that. That's something we have to do. I don't question the effort of our guys. We got down 14 and we came back, and I was thinking, okay, we're gonna do what BYU did to us, and then after they got that drive and they started running the ball again. That was it. I mean, I knew that we couldn't stop the run. That it was not gonna happen today. I just think that we just got to figure that out. We got to figure that out in the next 2 weeks, because every game we play from now on, they got a running game, so it's going to be difficult for us.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Kelvin Ifan also joins us. Kelvin, your top takeaways after a 31-28 loss to the Houston Cougars.
Well, my first one is that our defense has to tackle better. They was in position to make a lot of tackles to stop these guys short. Just be more physical. The running back wasn't 240 this week. He was only 200 pounds. I just felt like we could have did a better job tackling. That was my first one. The second one is I feel like we have to rush the ball with our running backs more, man. I just think we have to, be a little bit more physical. 17 runs out of your two running backs. We didn't have the ball a lot. We had 26 pass attempts, 24 made, so Fafita was pretty hot there. But I still feel like that, as you see with these other teams, those runs just are attitude runs, and to me, it just really helps your team spirit as far as going towards a win.
Would you believe that the time of possession was actually pretty even in this game? It didn't feel like it, but it was. The Wildcats actually had the ball for about a minute more in this game than the Houston Cougars did, but the Cougars dominated that middle eight at the end of the second quarter and then the beginning of the third quarter when they got the ball. Back-to-back drives of the one at the end of the second quarter was a relatively quick 9-play drive, but you're talking about over 10 minutes of clock time there between the end of the first half and the beginning of the second half that they had the football.
Yeah, and we can't allow 97-yard drive. That was really bad. That was
2 weeks in a row now.
Was not
2 weeks in a row now. 2 weeks in a row now. They've given up a 95+ yard drive.
Yeah, that was tough, man. We just got to be more physical, like Kelvin said. I agree with Kelvin says about the tackling, and it wasn't extremely a large back, And then the chances that we have when we get to hit that quarterback, we got to hit him. We got to really put some hat on him. And I just didn't think we were physical enough to get on that quarterback.
And the last thing that I'll add is, the time of possession was even, but when you're on the road and you're trying to get a win, you got to tilt that thing more on your side by figuring out some type of way to run the clock a little bit. I like the hurry up offense and everything, but I think when your defense is struggling and they can't get off the field, you got to slow down. You got to slow down and run your plays, be a little bit more precise and execute, because a part of it is making sure your defense can kind of get themselves together.
All right, 520-848-1290. Arizona falls to the Houston Cougars. What we're going to do here now is get a break in. We'll come back and take some of your calls. We will have you till 1:30. That's when Arizona basketball coverage begins here on the network, with tip-off at McHale Center between the Wildcats and St. Mary's at 2 o'clock. Is it officially basketball season, or do we still believe that this Wildcat football team has 2 to 3 wins in it to get to a bowl game for the first time in a couple of seasons when they went to the Alamo Bowl? We'll ask those questions as well. Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day, David Kelly, Kelvin Ifan, J.W. Madden, as well as Glenn Howe. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
When it comes to the comfort and indoor air quality of your home and office, Advantage Air Mechanical has you covered. Breathing healthy air and having reliable air conditioning is important. If you or someone you know is in need of air conditioning services or a new system installation, we are here to help. Advantage Air Mechanical, 792-9400. AZROC 214-570.
We are Casino del Sol. We are more than a casino. We are the moment, the energy, the escape. We are exquisite in every detail, unique in every experience, and unforgettable in every way. From thrilling games to world-class dining, electric nights to luxurious days. We are fun, bold, extraordinary, and we are entirely original. We are the place you never want to leave. We are Casino del Sol. Enterprise of the Bosco Yaqui Tribe.
Experiencing the natural wonders comes easy at Rockin' Cay. Nestled at the base of the Rincon Mountain foothills, enjoy stunning mountain views up close every day. In the top-rated Vail School District, Rockin' Cay is close to work, shopping, and services. Tour 18 model homes by top-tier builders, offering move-in ready homes and special incentives. LiveRockingK.com. Proud U of A radio broadcast sponsor.
Up your game in a new Buick or GMC from Royal Buick GMC. At Royal, we always deliver a quality vehicle at a great price. Score a great deal with our no-pressure, non-commissioned sales staff and our transparent online pricing. Plus, Royal offers a 72-hour buyback guarantee. Score big at Royal Buick GMC, the dealership that's different. See dealer for details. Royal Buick GMC in the Tucson Auto Mall or RoyalTucson.com.
Essential Pest Control leaves bugs belly up with science.
You mean they don't use yesterday's newspaper?
No, they use the latest in technology and innovation to eliminate bugs, bees, termites, weeds, and more.
So no as seen on TV salt guns?
Nope, only solutions that target insect biology, using chemistry to help protect the environment, people, and their pets.
You are so smart.
Essential Pest Control leaves bugs belly up. Call 886-3029 or visit essentialpest.com.
Sean Furrier for Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. There's a rumor summer might finally be over. And with cooler temperatures on the way, it's a good time to stop by any of the 14 area Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care locations for a free tire inspection and air pressure check. If it's time for tires, the long-lasting Michelin Defender 2 is your Arizona-proof choice. Check out jackfurriers.com for savings on Michelin and all your favorite brands. More savings and no hidden extras. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care, since 1960, here to get you there.
Coach Tommy Lloyd here. Did you spend money on your AC this summer? My friends at Rightway will give you back up to $3,000 for those repairs.
That's right. No matter who did the repair, we'll buy it back for up to $3,000 towards the purchase of a new heating and air system.
No repair bills this year? No worries. Get 0% financing and no payments for 18 months. $3,000 trade-in for your old AC. 10-year parts and labor warranty. Plus a free system upgrade.
Have an aging heating and air system out of warranty? We'll inspect it absolutely free. Call Rightway Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing today. 520-201-8220.
At Goldberg and Osborne, we know Arizona. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we've fought and won cases for the injured since 1989. Throughout our history, we've approached every case with a single focus: you. And we've got thousands of five-star reviews to prove it. Put us to work for you by calling 1-800-THE-EAGLE today.
Hi, this is Peter Costa, former governor of the New York Stock Exchange and proud member of the Advisory Business Council with Meridian Wealth Management. One thing I've learned over 40 years on the floor is the value of a trusting relationship with your financial advisor. After all, everyone is a genius when the markets are going up, but when they drop, that's when the guidance of a professional is most important. For more information about Meridian, call 719-1433 or visit online at meridianwealthllc.com.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
Hi, this is Mary with Mesquite Valley Growers. Mesquite Valley Growers has the largest selection when it comes to picking out gifts of living plants, flowers, trees, and cactus. Indoor, outdoor, for your home, your apartment, living gifts can go just about anywhere. Green, green, green plants of every size to create beautiful spaces indoors. And if you can't decide, you can always give a gift card. Mesquite Valley Growers on Speedway just east of Pantano. Open 7 days a week. Give the gift of living all year round with Mesquite Valley Growers.
Bear down, Wildcats fans. This is the Meridian Wealth Management postgame show on Wildcats Radio 1290. Brought to you by Meridian Wealth Management. Wealth well managed. Life well lived. This is the home of your Arizona Wildcats. Wildcats Radio 1290.
31-28, the final in favor of the Houston Cougars over your Arizona Wildcats. Cats fall to 4-3 in the Big 12, the overall, and 1-3 in the Big 12. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. All right, so we'll take you to 1:30 today with the first part. This postgame show is going to be in two parts today. Right now, this is part one till 1:30, and then we're going to come back after the basketball broadcast ends. That's going to be approximately probably between around 5 and 6:30 for part two of the post-game show. You know, we have to get all the sponsors in, so we have to do this in two parts today. So we'll get as many of your calls in now as well before we get to 1:30. Let's start with Scott. You are on Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day after a 31-28 loss by the Wildcats to Houston.
How are you guys?
Good.
This reminds me of Groundhog Day from last year.
Scott,
I got another question.
Scott, before you start, just let me let the people know. So we're in this first part of the post game show. Also, Kelvin and Glenn are remote, so we will only have one of them on. Kelvin will be on with you, and then we'll have Glenn on with the next caller. So Scott, go ahead.
Okay. I got a question. This reminds me of Groundhog Day from last year, and since 4 coaches have got let go and getting payouts from their previous school. If he don't make the playoffs this year, can we get one of those coaches to come to Arizona? Thank you.
Wait, if who doesn't make the playoff?
Arizona, Brandon.
So you want to get James Franklin and who else?
Or anybody. Because they're getting paid by Penn State and other schools and stuff. Other candidates are out there and stuff like that. This is not the first wave of coaches that will get bounced by their college teams.
So what
listening to your show.
What likely happens though is if one of those coaches takes another job, there's usually a stipulation that they don't get that. So I don't think if you're looking for James Franklin to give up $70 million to come to Arizona, I don't think that's happening. You still there, Scott?
Yeah, I'm still here. I mean, it's other coaches. I don't mean Franklin.
So Franklin's been fired. Trent Dilfer,
right?
Who's the guy from UCLA was?
No thanks.
Who was UCLA?
No, not from the UCLA. No. I want to touch him with a 10-foot pole. Like some of these Japanese,
or different.
The young coach, like the coach from UT San Antonio. That would be a perfect candidate and stuff like that.
Wait, San Antonio, you said?
UT San Antonio. Their coach. They're doing pretty good the last couple of years in their conference.
I don't know who that coach is. Who is that? I don't know who the coach is.
I'm not sure of his name because he's been improving win total every year.
Okay. Well, give me your top choice.
Ooh, that's a tough one. How about, not sure. But there's got to be some, he don't make adjustments.
I mean, I'll tell you what, Scott, when you figure out who your top choice is, give us a call back. Appreciate it.
I will.
Thank you. 520-848-1290. Here we go, folks. It's time for the silly season after 2 straight losses. Kelvin, Glenn, your thoughts?
I don't even know why we're even talking about getting rid of Brendan. I was reading on some stuff online, and I was like, "You got to be kidding me, man!" I mean, this team is fighting, and it's just we just had some bad breaks, and I understand there's some stuff that we got to fix, and we're moving in the right direction.
We totally moving in the right direction. I mean, these last 2 games, if okay, whatever. But the reality, if you look at those games could have swung either way. They missed that field goal. We go the other way, get a field goal, we win. We make a field goal. We get a couple tackles last week versus BYU, we win. We couldn't say that a couple years ago. I'm not that greedy to where I would forget just a few years ago when we got donutted for a season, which doesn't happen. So I'm actually happy to be in this situation. I can't say happy. We just lost. I'm not happy. But we have 4 wins. We have an opportunity to get a cup. We're not going to the playoffs, people. Nobody, nowhere in the world thought we were going to the playoffs. in you guys?
No,
we're not going to the playoffs.
I didn't
no
believe.
one was thinking that.
I didn't believe they were going to win the Big 12. So,
well, okay, me either. Me either. I mean, I don't know what everybody else predicted. I guess they predicted 12-0. But but I still feel like there's a couple games that is on this schedule that we can figure out a way to get the 6 wins. Of course, you want to get the 9. Yes, you want the 12 or whatever, even though we only had a few 10-win seasons in history. But with that being said, I want these guys to get to a bowl game so they can get those extra practices and possibly, hopefully, win that bowl game so they can get that feeling so they can want for more.
The other thing that stands out, the negative numbers I've talked about every week for this defense, those were just not there today. And again, this was a Houston team that did not throw the ball as much, so there was not a lot of opportunities for sacks in this ball game today. Only 2 tackles for loss. This is a team that routinely is getting 8 tackles for loss per ball game. They had just 2 today. No forced fumbles, no interceptions, no takeaways. This might be the first game they didn't have a takeaway at all in this game. Only 4 pass breakups and only 2 quarterback hurries. So the negative numbers were 8 today. 8, and when this team is playing well, that negative number is above 20. And so that was another key factor, I thought, in this game in terms of the defense just not being able to get off the field and stop the run for the Houston Cougars. All right, 520-848-1290. Let's hear from our guy, Doug. You're on Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day.
Hey, guys. Hey, I'll try to make it faster than my normal call because I know you have a compressed show here. But Kelvin's exactly right. Got to have realistic expectations, and the difference between being 6-1 and 4-3 right now is razor thin. I mean, it's one play last week and it's one play this week. You can identify several different plays and pick, just take your pick. But so I'm not on the the run the coach out of town on the rail. I'm not in that camp, at least not right now. Especially today, I didn't see a lot of head coaching decisions that bothered me. I'm still scratching my head. It's exactly what I called you guys about last week. The quarterback's running. All right, he's just proven it in the first half, and we've made no adjustments to stop it in the second half. You're going to let a guy who's not Michael Vick run for 7 yards a carry against us out of the quarterback position, and that's just alarming to me.
Kelvin, thoughts on that?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I have to agree. It's tough at this point seeing these quarterbacks. I even go back to last year with the Kansas State quarterback, and we do have a different defensive coordinator now. But it's the same kind of results. We're having problems with the quarterbacks. I mean, the running back runs, you can deal with those, but letting that quarterback get those extra first downs and continue to move the chains, it wears on your defense. So it feels a little bit like people are kind of catching up to that defense and understanding where the blitzes are coming from and just kind of gutting us. So yeah, I agree. I think we have to figure out a way to shore up that defense. And if Coach said he took that one on him last week, I know he's going to take this one on him.
I mean, head coaches are always going to take the blame, but I just don't think it's fair.
Coach Gonzalez. Coach Gonzalez.
Coach G. Okay, yeah. Agreed. But I'm also going to kind of blame the fan base because Brennan took a lot of heat last week for coaching decisions. When he didn't go for it on one of the fourth downs, he did go for it on one of the fourth downs. I think now we've just got him questioning himself because there was one where I thought, we could have just taken the field goal this time, but he's probably telling himself, man, if I kick it right here, the fans are going to go crazy. And then we get the ball back with 10 seconds left in the first half, and he's still trying to go for it, and Noah gets clocked, and he's probably thinking, well, if I punt it here, if I take the knee here, the fans are going to go crazy, So it's almost like, you guys want this program to be successful, and just constantly hating on the head coach is probably counterproductive because you're just getting in his head, making him make bad decisions. But as far as the D-line goes, I put this on Twitter, and actually Victor Yates responded. I asked, when's the last time we actually had some NFL-caliber defensive linemen? And he's mentioning,
Brooks Reed.
Ricky Elmore.
Exactly. Last week when we had Brooks Reed on, I said last week, that's the last
Brooks
time
Reed,
we had some guys we could get excited about down there.
Right. But that's getting close to 20 years, right? He mentioned
15 years ago.
There was it Max Lopez? Somebody else mentioned on Twitter around 2020. Is that his first name, Lopez? But that's one guy.
Yeah.
That's one guy that made, and we know how that year's team looked on both sides of the ball. Yeah. So point is, I think it's really tough to pry those guys away from the SEC and the Big Ten because they're just loading up. I mean, there's third string D linemen at Georgia that would be just paradise for Arizona to have one of those guys on our roster. So I think it's partly scheme, but these guys just aren't getting off blocks. And I think at some point it's just recruiting. We've got to find a way to bring some of those guys in.
And where was Riley Wilson today? I mean, I every time I looked up and I'm wondering, like, where is Riley? Why is I didn't really see him a whole lot. I'd be interested to see what his snap count was. He only had 3 tackles in the ball game. I've talked before the game. I thought he was a guy that could really be a force in the middle of that defense to maybe shore up some of these run issues, but I didn't really see a lot of him out there today.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that myself. I'll like I said, I'll try to make it short because other people want to get on. I just want to say, like, at the end of this year, we're going to look at the record, the win-loss record, and whatever it is, let's say we are 5-7. Just understand that we are that close. We could be that close to maybe finishing 9-3, 8-4, if not for like one penalty here or there, one play here or there. And so I would just say to people, like, trust your eyeballs. This team has definitely improved compared to what we saw last year, and unfortunately, they're just that close to breaking through. And it's kind of like, I hate to mention the guy's name, but it's kind of like what Fish said. You gotta, you lose big, and then you lose little, and then hopefully you win little, and then eventually you win big. Right. I think right now we're still at that lose little stage with this new regime.
There you
All
go.
right, I'll let you guys go. Thanks
Great
so much.
Great thoughts as always, Doug. Well, hopefully we can have something more happy to talk about after the game, after the basketball game coming up here in about 45 minutes. 31-28, the final. Houston knocks off Arizona on a walk-off field goal, a 41-yard field goal. Arizona falls to 4-3. So what we'll do here is we'll get another break in. We'll come back. We'll put a wrap on this first half of the post-game show, and then we'll send you over to Brody Dryden and Ryan Hansen and McHale Center and get you ready for some Wildcat basketball. This is Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day on Wildcats Radio 1290.
From offices and warehouses to retail spaces and restaurants, the right lighting transforms your environment. At Arizona Commercial Lighting, we've been proudly locally owned and operated for nearly 40 years. Our extensive inventory of in-stock lighting solutions is designed to meet both commercial and residential needs, with quality, variety, and value you won't find anywhere else. Visit us at 1436 East 17th Street or explore our offerings online at azcommerciallighting.com. Be sure to ask about available TEP rebates. Arizona Commercial Lighting, powering business through precision lighting.
Broadway in Tucson presents the 20th anniversary season featuring 7 Tucson premieres, including Disney's Beauty and the Beast, Hell's Kitchen, Moulin Rouge, The Wiz, Back to the Future, Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and more. Secure your signature season tickets today and get the best seats at the lowest prices. Visit BroadwayInTucson.com and secure your 2025-2026 season tickets today.
Hey, you! We've got something new in the store.
Well, not really in store. It's in your home, in your office, where you play, wherever you are.
My point, son. We're here. You're there.
Wherever that is.
Tucson Appliance Company is your appliance concierge.
Tell us what you want. We will find it and send you photos, texts, emails, even FaceTime you the appliance. Buy it and we will deliver it. We're your personal appliance shopper.
Only at Tucson Appliance, where our low pricing is your priority.
Back your hometown favorite. Get your very own exclusive University of Arizona debit card from Hughes Federal Credit Union. Pair your new card with a free checking account that earns dividends with no monthly fees, no minimum balance, and convenient 24/7 online and mobile banking. Visit one of our 7 convenient branch locations to get your card instantly or open an account online at hughesfcu.org/wildcats. Show your Wildcat spirit all year long with Hughes Federal Credit Union. Certain restrictions apply. Insured by NCUA.
Do you often worry you left your garage door open? With the LiftMaster Garage Door Opener powered by MyQ, you'll never worry again. You can control, secure, and monitor your garage from your smartphone anytime from anywhere through the MyQ app. As an authorized LiftMaster dealer, we have smart openers designed for your needs, including belt drive motors for ultra-quiet operation, integrated camera for live video streaming, and battery backup that lets you in when the power is out. The team at Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates are your locally owned LiftMaster professionals. Visit kaisergarage.com to learn more.
What you're driving right now may be worth more than you think, and O'Reilly Chevrolet wants to buy it. No matter the make or model, we'll pay top dollar today or trade up to a top quality pre-owned vehicle from our huge selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs. We're on Broadway next to Park Place Mall. Call 747-8000 or visit O'Reilly.com. It's pretty easy. We'll simply pay you more for what you're driving than anybody else. O'Reilly Used Cars, giving you more since 1924.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
Hi, I'm Jordan Benjamin with Done Right Services. When your home or business needs HVAC, plumbing services, or electrical work, choose a genuine local Tucson company, Done Right Services. With decades of trusted experience and upfront pricing, Done Right Services treats every customer like a valued neighbor. From upgrades to urgent repairs, our licensed professionals deliver quality, care, and craftsmanship you can count on, getting it done right. Call Done Right Services today at 520-369-3966 because you deserve it done right.
Summer's finally winding down. Our Gettle techs are polishing their tools and getting a little bored. Meanwhile, your water heater's just about worn out. Now's the perfect time to revive it with a Gettle Rejuvenation. Our Gettle techs are ready to run a full system check. Leaks, rust, expansion tank, you name it, we're on it. So don't wait till you're halfway through a shampoo with no hot water. Call Gettle for a plumbing rejuvenation today. Only $129. Gettle, G-O-E-T-T-L. Will keep your water hot, but it's hard to spell.
At Goldberg and Osborne, we know Arizona. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we've fought and won cases for the injured since 1989. Throughout our history, we've approached every case with a single focus: you. And we've got thousands of 5-star reviews to prove it. Put us to work for you by calling 1-800-THE-EAGLE today.
Do you trust those in charge of your financial future? Trust is founded on 3 core principles: competence, honesty, and benevolence. Those making decisions about your financial future should always place your best interest ahead of their own. I'm Natalie Fernandez-Lee, and at Meridian Wealth Management, fostering trusted relationships with our clients is our top priority. Call us at 719-1433 or visit meridianwealthllc.com to learn more today.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
Bear down, Wildcats fans. This is the Meridian Wealth Management postgame show on Wildcats Radio 1290. Brought to you by Meridian Wealth Management. Wealth well managed. Life well lived. This is the home of your Arizona Wildcats. Wildcats Radio 1290.
All right, Arizona football loses to Houston 31-28. So we are coming to the end of part 1 of our post-game show for football. We're going to send you over to basketball coverage here at the bottom of the hour, 1:30. We got about a minute and a half to go. Kelvin will not be with us on the next post-game show. So, Kelvin, just some final thoughts from you as we look ahead now to the bye week and what's to come after.
You know, I hate to say it, but there is a lot of positive to take out of this. I know, you know, as a fan base, you'd be a little disappointed because you want to win these games. But again, you know, this is the same guy that people wasn't sure could even coach last year. And you see the difference that he's made with a chance to recruit some players in here, either through the portal or even some of the young guys that he's got in. So, you know, right now I'm a believer, and I just think that the guys got to continue to compete. Got to figure out a way to make a few more plays, to come together and make a few more plays, play a little bit better defense and a little bit better offense. And, you know, and I think things could, you know, turn around.
All right. Good luck in your game, your youth football game tonight.
Hey, man, appreciate it. We're going to need it.
All right.
Playoff, man.
There we go. Kelvin Ifan. All right. That's going to wrap things up for part 1 of our post-game show. Glenn Howe and I will be back after the basketball game, so enjoy that. Brody Dryden and Ryan Hansen will have the call. Arizona versus St. Mary's. Again, the final score from Houston today. The Cougars of the Houston Cougars 31, the Arizona Wildcats 28. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
Up to a 30% upfront bonus and 12% per year guaranteed growth for retirement. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and these are the highest guarantees with annuities I have seen in my life. When interest rates are this high, there are silver linings, and annuity guarantees are one of them. Up to a 30% bonus upfront for retirement income. On $100,000, that's up to $42,000 guaranteed in the first year. And it's because of the economy and its high interest rates. Don't let anyone, especially another financial advisor, tell you it's not true. Up to 30% upfront just for opening an account and up to 12% per year guaranteed income growth. Don't miss out. This won't last forever. If you have an old 401k, get up to 30% upfront and 12% guaranteed growth for income today.
Call 321-4100. That's 321-4100.
Guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company.
So hot. I can help you.
Good afternoon. We're with Goodfellas AC Rapid Response Team.
But I didn't call yet.
That's how fast we are, man.
Just as I thought, this AC is out.
No, we're not gonna lose it. Come on. Come on. Don't you die on me.
Johnson, get a hold of yourself. Sorry, we take this very seriously.
Wow, you fellas are good.
It's not just a name, ma'am.
It's who we are kind of thing.
Good service, good prices, Goodfellas. GoodfellasAC.com.
Day in and day out, we're inundated with commercials asking to review your portfolio or telling you to get a second opinion. This is Natalie Fernandez with Meridian Wealth Management, and I want to share the advice I give people every day. Talk to 3 different advisors at 3 different firms. It's important to understand their differences and find someone you can trust. I want Meridian to be one of your 3, and then you will decide who is best for you. To learn more, call us at 719-1433 today.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
Hi, I'm Lisa Chastain. No one should go hungry, especially at Thanksgiving. That's why Gospel Rescue Mission is hosting our annual Thanksgiving Blessings event. Join us on Wednesday, November 26th for a home-cooked Thanksgiving meal. Also, clothing, haircuts, additional resources, and life-changing opportunities. Celebrate the holidays with us, because Thanksgiving is better when we share it together. Visit grmtucson.com to learn more.
Every day is a balancing act, with work, family, goals, all asking for more. It helps to have tools that meet you at every step and a team that will always be by your side. We're ICCU. We're a credit union that has been helping members achieve financial success since 1940. In fact, we put members' success first, one by one, year after year, for 85 years and counting. Now, we're here for you, Tucson. Join us, ICCU.
The garage is more than a place to park your car. It holds prized possessions, and for most, it's a bustling entryway to the home. That's why LiftMaster designed the first ever opener with a built-in wide-angle camera and two-way audio, so you can see what matters and secure what's inside. Ensure your family and prized possessions are secure with a reliable garage door opener that's built to last and powered by MyQ for smartphone control. The team at Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates are your locally owned LiftMaster professionals. Visit KaiserGarage.com to learn more.
It's Which is Riches, only from Casino del Sol and Casino of the Sun. Club Soul members can swipe daily to enter drawings held Friday and Sunday from 6 to 8 p.m., where winners get to pick from the Witch's Cauldron to see which prize is rich with $500 free play. It's Which is Riches, now through October 31st, only at Casino del Sol and Casino of the Sun, an enterprise of the Boscoyaki tribe.
Oh, no, not the sink. Not now.
Plumbing issues can put your life on pause. But with anytime emergency scheduling, the neighborly done right promise, and more, Mr. Rooter Plumbing will have your life flowing again in no time.
All fixed. Much better.
Mr. Rooter is proud to cheer on the Cats. Mention this ad for 10% off any plumbing service. A win for the whole family. Bear down, Arizona.
Mr. Rooter Plumbing, a neighborly company.
Think of waking up with energy, standing tall and feeling free. Think First Chiropractic, good health is to enjoy.
First Chiropractic is pleased to announce that Access Health Plans now cover chiropractic care. A referral by your PCP is required. For more information, go to firstchiro.com, the most trusted name in chiropractic care. A proud U of A radio sponsor.
First Chiropractic, good health is to enjoy.
Little jumper in the lane, rolls in for 2, drives into the lane to the bucket and good.
It's good with one on the shot clock.
Down to 5 seconds, that's it. Wildcats are headed to the Elite 8 on Saturday.
Dreams can come true. Arizona has won the national championship.
When it comes to basketball, nothing beats
Wildcat basketball. Stay tuned for the fast breaks, blocked shots, and big buckets as Arizona Sports Enterprises brings you